G'day YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to the Untitled Chapter review. Now before I should actually start my Chinese New Year fiasco, I actually want to say Happy Valentine's Day! Yay! It really is Valentine's Day as I'm making this video. And I've got an extensive giveaway of at least 4 of the 5 flip-flop cards in the theme of Valentine's Day, and actually it's going to be quite great. Of course, yes, I do know I've already made 6 cards before. One of them was missing, which was like a Peking Club World themed card. But nevertheless, I'm actually going to give away 5 of those cards. Yes, I don't know how many loves I'm going to add though. I'm going to give away this Penguin-Time themed card. Might also give away this Chinese Dragon Valentine's Day themed mashup card. I mean, what do you think? Dragons kissing each other though? Well, I don't think they're really kissing each other, but that's what they're trying to do. Love is in the air, guys. Got another one. Actually, there's one card here. This one here, this semi-heart shaped card. I might also give that one away as well. Fancy that. I'm not gonna name the people though who pretty much work at the centre today, but yes, maybe if I have a chance to name them, I'm sure I will. But I'm not gonna name them because, well, I'm just being, you know, well, got a bit of a croaky voice at the moment, but I'm just trying to make sure that there's the Valentine thing card here, all of these are going to be given away today, so yes, you may see a reduction of Chinese New Year themed toys along the way though, and items, but there you go, there's the tiger. It's a very cool looking Valentine tiger, isn't it? That's pretty awesome, and it looks so, well, interesting. In fact, it's a nice combination going on here between, you know, Chinese New Year and Valentine's Day. But anyways, yes, all these cards are going to be given away, and yes, it's going to be an extensive giveaway. So, yes, I'll be able to name and also, how do you say it, sign in as well. But what I'm actually going to say is that I'll be putting X's. I'll be marking the X's on each card, but it's just going to be quite random, so you never know on what the people who pretty much work at the centre today are going to see, how much love are they going to be. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and grab the webcam, because it's time to do another one of my Chinese New Year fiascos. What a coincidence. Actually, there's a bit of a very weird fun fact here, whenever I think of it though. Yes, Valentine's Day. Whenever I think of Valentine's Day, I actually think 12 years ago to that other previous Year of the Tiger year, I suppose. And the last time we had a Valentine's Day mashup with Chinese New Year was back in 2010. That was also the Year of the Tiger. Interesting. A little bit of a combo. But anyways, let's take a look at what we have. It is sunny outside, but I'm not sure how the camera's going to film the items clearly. Let me just start with this one here. It is a flip-flop Origami Chinese New Year of the Tiger. Once again, it's a awesome Oriental experience. Stereotypical Chinese Carp and Goldfish with hats, 12 pack. Costs like £13.99 or £14. And there is the back of the packaging, I wonder why do I have to look at Chinese stuff all along the way though? Can't I just pretty much stick to Valentine's Day? I don't know, but anyways, let me just go ahead and unpack this and see what it's all about. Oh, crikey, it's actually got some extra Chinese themed hats. Here we are. Looking all pretty Oriental, isn't it? And yes, once we've got those hats, let me just take a look at this one here. It's got Chinese characters. That probably means lucky fish. So, yes, it does look quite Chinese-esque. Hopefully that's not going to cause sinophobia at the moment though, eh? Whew. I'm being very careful though. Interesting for what the Chinese characters really mean though, eh? It looks totally brilliant. There's a green end on the top here that therefore looks fairly nice. And yes, as I said before, many videos, I've actually got a lot more Chinese New Year themed items along the way though, so keep an eye out for what I'm actually making here, eh? And I've also got some, yes, 3 of those Sensei Hats. They're basically Chinese hats, and actually on the back of the packaging, They tell me that the hats, which look like that, they're basically conical Asian hats. Whenever I think of it, and I've also got 3 of those. Pretty amazing. And what's also quite funny is that whenever I think of the word koi, I actually think of Japan. In a sense that koi is more of a Japanese fish than a Chinese fish. Oh, oh, bless me. And again! Oh no, that's gonna put a damper to all of my sweetie pies for Valentine's Day. That's not really nice. I've just me, sneezing like that. But there you go. Oh, I've just stopped the train. Hopefully the train didn't get carked though. I've got an orange and white fish. Looks pretty nice. Oh my goodness me. And yes, I don't want to go into that absolute diabolical history with that whole anti-Japanese sentiment in China. Because yes, we all know that Japan annihilated a lot of people in China back then, especially during World War II. Of course, yes, we've got the red carp, and you can either mix and match. I've got a funny feeling you can actually place these hats together. You can actually plonk the hats together. Is that doesn't really work. Yes, a bit of a fail though. But yes, it's not really the best of all snug fits together, but that's all I can pull off. A fish wearing a Chinese hat. And we've actually got other, a couple of colour variations that we've got though. We've got orange, just plain orange, and we've also got yellow as well. I mean, whoever thought of the idea of pretty much wearing, having fish that wears Chinese hats or Asian themed hats? Obviously, whenever I think of these types of hats, it's not to do with China, but it's also to do with other countries in Asia. Interesting, eh? And it's quite nice. You can simply, take the hats out from one another, and you can mix and match together. Yeah, it's very similar to how I do with my penguins, actually. I suppose I've also got a red, white, and blue looking fish. Is that really like an Americanized, patriotic looking fish, or am I sounding a bit, completely and utterly wrong here? Interesting. And we've also got a yellow, it's like a very interesting yellow and black coloured koi carp. When I actually realised it's grey. I didn't realise there's some grey involved. I thought it was black. But yes, very interesting to mix up with the whole China/Japan factor though, because I know koi comes from Japan, goldfish come from China. What more can you, basically say though? It's pretty much a nice flip-up product. I mean, if I look at this red one here, sometimes the eyes look like it's being a bit, completely and utterly disorientated. Well, for me it's not. And yes, it's actually not too bad. And there's actually another similar product though. What they could have done more to this product was add a bit more variation onto the hats. And actually those Chinese character themed hats, they're guardian hats I suppose. And let's take a look at another one here. Here's another of those Chinese New Year themed water toys. For Origami, once again, Chinese New Year 2022 of the Tiger. Year of the Tiger, of course. And, we've got some Peking ducks, but this time they're going to be alive birds, I suppose, eh? And, they're the sort of ducks that come with Chinese hats. And it's a 12-pack, so, yeah, not surprising indeed. And if I take a look at the back of the packaging there, you can see that, wow, it looks pretty astonishing, as I can tell. And, oh yes, we've got one of the ducks wearing a bit of a lucky duck themed sort of hat, got Chinese writing in there. I wonder if Chinese people can pretty much interpret me on this. I suppose that as I'm making this video in Great Britain, the sad factor is that, well, remember there's actually not anyone watching in China. Well, they can't watch these videos though. Chinese people, actual people living in China, well, there's no point in just watching videos, well, because they can't. On YouTube, obviously. Which is a bit sad because of, China's absolutely penultimate government, as I can think of. Well, let's take a look at the ducks. They've all got yellow eyes for some strange reason. It almost looks like a seagull. Well, it looks a bit that way, but they do have hats. And you can actually... Oh, yes! There's that little bit of Chinese glory. Not really that much. But there's also another set here, which I think is actually going to be quite nice. Oh, that's weird. I thought it would work out so well, but nah. Yeah, this one looks like it's about to be toppling over. Yep, looks like it's been dead as a duck. Let's try the other hats on. And actually, I need to take a look at these hats. They've got like Chinese character writings on them, but sadly they're being a bit quite difficult, if you can ask me, eh? Yes, we're trying to fit in one of those hats. It's quite weird, those Guardian, you know, Chinese Guardian hats. They're so difficult to fit in. Because, obviously, you know, I've got a funny feeling those Guardian hats, yes, that's just really, really hard. I'm gonna, oh, look at that, inflate the whole duck. Wow, that is just amazing. That is just completely and utterly amazing. And yes, they do have the name Chinese Peking duck. Obviously, it's a very popular delicacy, of course. And Peking being the old word, you know, for Beijing. You know, Beijing duck, or I think in Chinese they call it Beijing Kaya. I think that's how I call it, mate. Maybe if I remember my Chinese, well, that's going to be pretty interesting, but also a bit, you know, concerning as well, because I would hate to upset the Chinese apple cart. But yet again, I'm making this video during Valentine's Day. What will be in your next Origami? In fact, yes, Peking duck. And those hats, they're just, you know, I've got a funny feeling, I think they're a bit lackluster for me though, because they just keep on falling off though. But there's actually a couple of other Chinese themed hats. There you go, there's some better Chinese character writings. Like so, on this hat it's got like yellow and red on the top. And there's also red on the bottom with some blue Chinese character designs and stuff. Crazy, isn't it? I mean, imagine if I was pretty much doing, you know, tours for Valentine's Day, you know. Got a funny feeling Chinese New Year would pretty much, you know, bash on the back of Valentine's backside. That'd be quite crazy, wouldn't it though? There's the other hat there. We've got some more Chinese characters here as well. And therefore, it is actually quite interesting though. And, got a funny feeling those hats. Yeah, I think the most disappointing aspect is probably, you know, the way the ducks have got the hats on. It just slightly makes them topple over, which I think is pretty much the worst aspect about them. Yes, that the hats, they just fall off easily. They just topple over, and they just don't even tend to. I mean, it's nice to have this combo, but what's the point of having ducks with hats? Chinese duck hats, and they tend to fall, but that's pretty much a poor show. Yes, you can see it's actually toppling down there. Toppling down, which is, that's not a good sign. We've actually got more ducks here as well. It looks like that. Of course, yes, I don't need to pretty much show you the whole product and what I'm doing at the moment there, because obviously, you know, I need to get this whole video done. And I'm just sneezing because obviously, oh my god, it is freezing cold. Well, not freezing cold at the moment though, but it's probably the dust though. And I've been sneezing it this whole time though, which is totally embarrassing. And it's one of these videos I just feel like, wow, if I hear sneezes, that's gonna, you know, be one of these moments where it's gonna be, you know, a Bob's your uncle moment. It's crazy. Real crazy. Well, just a good product though, but could have done better with the ducks though, in the way, you know, they've been played out there with the hats and stuff. Oh well. But anyways, let's move on to our last Chinese New Year themed set though. It's probably one of the least of all Chinese themed products though, but in my opinion though, it's called the Flip Origami Chinese New Year 2022 Year of the Tiger. A awesome Oriental experience once again. Oh yes, Penguin Club World! Here we go! Alright, and yes, it is Sensei's Lucky Chinese Lantern Discovery 12-pack. £15.99 or £16. You know, I've actually been keeping in touch for Chinese New Year. A lot though. It feels like it's becoming one of the best-selling of all Chinese New Years on record. Amazing, isn't it? And we've also got the dragon boat. It's pretty much called the Water Warrior Dragon. As you can see, it's got some Chinese characters on it as well. Oh yes, there you go, the Box of Luck. Pretty amazing. We'll just go ahead and unpack this. It's kind of like you know, it's a bit of a Chinese version of, you know, it's like the Chinese version of a treasure chest. I mean, how could you never be this so surprised? I think I've got all of the components out to assemble this beautiful dragon boat and treasure chest. Well, it's actually a lantern box, obviously, eh? And we've got the boat here, of course. It's got that thing on the front there where the dragon head resides. And if I plonk it in, yes, I've actually made another one of those dragon boats. It's very similar to what I did with the blue one. Yes, it's very similar to what I did before. And here I'm actually going to assemble Sensei the Penguin, or Sensei Penguin, or Master Sensei Penguin. I think if I was going to pretty much refer Sensei to, you know, to a Chinese person, it would actually mean Shifu. Yes, obviously. And we've got those bloody paddles again. I mean, how many times have I actually said about those bloody paddles? They're just so fiddly and hard and, you know, just annoyingly, how would you say it? You know, just difficult to fit in there. Oh my god. See, this is the problem. Whenever I start to play with components like that, they just keep on falling apart. That's not a good look. And that's pretty, you know, yes, they just keep on coming off those paddles. It's like one of those moments I have to assemble the paddles, but they're just so annoying. So annoying. I mean, why do I have to bring back those paddles again? Why is it always those bloody paddles again? Oh my god. I mean, this is just embarrassing. I'm sorry to say this, but I'm not going to go into that moment until I feel like I've, you know, reconsidered myself as, you know, enthusiastic. I'm trying to plonk Sensei onto the boat though, the dragon boat. I need to plonk in the dragon head. Obviously, it's a little bit like a Lego set. Whenever I think of that type of toy, I'll put the paddles there, just in case. But what we're going to have a look at is this beautiful Chinese-themed box. And yes, it is like the Chinese version of the treasure chest. It's got some Chinese characters. It's probably meaning the Box of Luck. And inside is just nothing. But if you have a look at this here, it's got some very cool, what would you call it, Chinese patterns. It's like something that you find on Chinese porcelain. It's quite amazing. It's got like blue detailing on it though, all over the box. And you've also got like Chinese lanterns as well. So you get like 3 of them, but they're literally the same. So you get like a lucky penguin lanterns like that. Yeah, pretty much the same indeed. I mean, how could you never be this surprised? I'm just going to put the Chinese lanterns inside, and that's where Sensei got the idea of pretty much making Chinese New Year even more luckier, especially for the ninjas that he works with. In fact, he's pretty much the teacher of all ninjas. And yes, I'm trying to assemble Sensei and his paddles there, and they're just so annoying because they just come off really easily. So I'm just going to be very careful and gently, of course. Hey! Hooray! We finally got it! After a few moments of stress, victory is mine! And look at that! The paddles have been completely and utterly attached to Sensei's arms! Yes! Thank you, Master, for assembling me. You deserve a black belt. I think that's... I don't know if I could actually speak, you know, in a very authentic Asian accent there, like probably Chinese, Japanese, like I don't know. Maybe the voice was a bit unfitting for me though, but you have your say. I could say,
Well done, Master. You have nailed me.
It's pretty amazing on how, you know, on how people can pretty much voice an Asian-themed character. Yes, I'm just put these away, and I think this toy review is pretty much done and dusted. Okay, so before I should actually start to end the video, there's actually a bit of a fun fact here. I actually want to go back to Wikipedia. Remember when I said that the tiger was one animal that was pretty much held during Valentine's Day? That was the last one Chinese New Year was held during Valentine's Day. In fact, if I remember. There's actually quite a few other animals though. Here is the rabbit though. On the 14th of February, 1915. Yes, that was pretty much the very last time that Chinese New Year was pretty much held during Valentine's Day. The 14th of February. In the year of the rabbit. For the year of the dragon, I think there'll be furthermore coming up Chinese New Year events. Oh, we've got one in 2048. So that's another bonus. Another Valentine's Day moment though, for Chinese New Year. It's amazing and how Valentine's Day can easily be crossed over the borders with, you know, Valentine's Day. Within the year of the dragon. Then you've also got the year of the snake. The last time it was there, it was, I can see a previous one, 1953. Yes, it was the last time the year of the snake was held in. Now for the horse. Of course, here's the horse. 2086. Look at that. That's another coincidental mashup going on here. Pretty much another futuristic date, of course. Feels like I'm having a good trip back in time to the future, but also into the past. Now for the dog, and yes, the dog. If you look at it on the year of 1934, I can see another date of 14th of February. So yes, that's another coincidental date of Valentine's Day. So yes, it's another long time ago sort of day. And if we go to the pig, guess what? Valentine's Day is also just around the corner for the year of the pig, 2067. And it's quite crazy just to see how much Valentine's Day goodness can easily mash up with one of the largest festivals in the world, that being Chinese New Year. And it's amazing in how Valentine's Day can easily cross the borders and the lines within Valentine's Day immensely. And it's so amazing just to have a little coincidence for the fact that January and February are pretty much, you know, months. They're pretty much months of Chinese New Year. It's also something to do with the lunar calendar. But yes, I think that's about it in this whole video. I'm just going to revert back to the tiger. As always, as per usual. And there you go, 14th of February, 2010. Ah, the good old days. Don't we miss them? But anyways, if you really enjoyed in this very interesting mashup video of Chinese New Year and Valentine's Day, and yes, I'll be giving away those cards here that you see on screen, hopefully along the way. And if you've lasted this long in this whole video, please give this video a like, subscribe for more flip-out videos in the future, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Happy Valentine's Day or Chinese New Year if you celebrate either of these two, or one of those, I suppose, eh? And bye for now.